This is Grania here from Numbers for Success, and I was very drawn to doing this video March 25th 2019 on my YouTube channel, just to about love, about harmony, about twin flames. So we can ask whatever we want, and please feel free to share it. I'm here in the beautiful sunny southeast of Ireland. It's a glorious day. I'm just back from a beautiful trip in Carcassonne in southern France, so it's been a really an amazing time for me. So I'm feeling all energized and ready to help people and get going with my readings as I shuffle these extremely badly. So I'm going to use these three sets of cards. I've got the Romance Angels by Lesser Doreen Virtue, and it's the romance cards. I love them. Then I have a whole mix of cards that I've kind of chosen just randomly that I feel can help us, give us more answers. And of course we have the beautiful lover oracle cards, and they're by Tony Carmine Salerno. So we're going to go and see what comes up for us. So being mindful, this is March 25th. We're coming to the end of Mercury retrograde, so you may have experienced, probably since March the 6th, maybe miscommunication in terms of relationships, and in, you know, maybe what you said to your partner or to a potential partner not being understood. So again, there's a card for you. This is a general reading. It may not resonate with everybody, but my intention is that it will help people to get some guidance as to what's going on emotionally. And I feel this is like about a twin flame, and the twin flame to me is very different to a soulmate. So a soulmate is someone who's a mate of your soul, someone who you really connect with. It could be your best friend. Of course, it's someone who can be your lover, of course. It could be a child, it could be your parent. And there's someone that you really connect on a deep soul level with. But for me, a twin flame is completely different. A twin flame is someone that comes in and it's fire, it's passion, it's just, it can be eruptions, it can be anger, it can be absolute joy, but it's extreme. And they tend to be people that, bless them, that are you know, people that really rattle your cage, as we say here in Ireland. So let's just pick some cards and see what's going on for all of you people out there. Okay, so I might turn those up as I do automatically. So I'm just going to pick 6, because 6 is the number of love. I don't worry about the ones that are turned upside down. I'm not going to do that for this. So let's have a look at these beautiful cards here. Alrighty. So firstly, it's safe for you to love. I'm going to tell a little story. I might just move the camera just a little bit. Bear with me here. So I might do it this way. So first 3, we're going to tell a little story, as we do very well here, and well, I do very well here in Ireland. And if these are the cards you pick, sorry, that's just some sage that I was burning. So you may be going through a period right now in terms of numerology, because I'm actually a numerologist as well. We're in month 3, and the fact that 2019 adds to a 3, all of us collectively therefore are in the energy of 6, because the month 3 and the year 3 add to a 6. So 6 is the number of love. So what's going on for a lot of people right now in terms of soulmates and terms of your twin flame, this is about passion. What I said about passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. This is really about you. It's okay to love. So you might have a situation where there's someone you're still loving from afar. It could be somebody you have known before, and maybe you're urging and wanting a reconciliation. It could also be somebody that you have always liked and nothing has come of it. It's been a bit slow. Just bear in mind, with Mercury in retrograde until the end of this week, things will still be a little bit, in terms of communication, a little bit off. So just to be aware of that. For those who are looking and seeking a relationship, these cards are very specific. They're saying it's safe for you to love. It's okay for you to bring the joy back, bring the fun back. Sometimes, you know, we all need to do that. We need to stop being so serious, because a lot of us can get very serious very quickly, especially when we go into a relationship. And so that's something that's important for you. This is about opening your heart. And this card here, this is a beautiful card, if you can see it there. It's this very much like Carcassonne, where I've just been. It's all turrets and castles and drawbridges. It's absolutely beautiful. So that message to me is to say, you know, maybe you're on a journey right now where you're, you know, you'd really like to meet somebody, and it's actually saying that it's a good time. It's a good time to embrace, you know, new love, to be open to it. I think that's the key, because a lot of the time we, you know, it could be somebody right under our nose, but we don't actually recognize it. So I feel this is very much for people who perhaps are looking for love right now. You know, you might be under some financial pressure. There could be stresses in work. It could be a work colleague that is coming into your life that maybe you don't even realize has feelings for you. And this obviously applies to male and females, accordingly. And so therefore, the passion is very important. Like, passion is, you know, being really true to yourself. What is it you really want in a relationship? And I just feel that it's important that you acknowledge that it's okay to give your heart to someone. It doesn't mean you have to give every part of your being. But what it is saying is maybe express your love. Maybe give an indicator that you actually do like this person. Or if you're not aware of who they are, they may actually start to show that they're interested in you. And let's face it, we've gone through the spring equinox. We're in the beautiful springtime, thank God. And so the days are longer, you know, the nights are shorter. And it's really about, you know, being out and about, being outdoors, meeting people, connecting with people on all levels. So I think that's quite nice. I'm just going to pick, I'm just going to get my lovely love cards here to get more information. So this is, yeah, more for people. Oops, they're all falling out. That's good. These are for people who perhaps are just about to embark on a relationship. Now they're saying, wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So that would kind of tally in with, you know, if there's somebody that likes you, maybe with the Mercury retrograde period, it might mean that they haven't had the confidence to step forward and actually share what they actually do like you, and likewise for yourself. But they're saying, I know it's kind of a contradiction, they're saying don't rush into it right now, maybe not, maybe by the end of the week, because as I say, Mercury's still playing its tricks. But there's passion here. It could be a passionate interest you have together. Maybe you know this person outside of work. Maybe it could be a drama group or a walking club or something that you're interested in, like a hobby that you do, sports, and that's somebody you know, and you meet them and your stomach goes all twirly and your heart starts to flutter. So, but they're just saying it's all going to happen. It's just a matter of divine timing. Then you have criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Isn't that lovely? So again, that's true. I mean, what we say of another is really about ourselves. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. How beautiful. And give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come into your heart. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Oh, how divine. So that's really very much about, you know, being open to love. Certainly if you're single at the moment. You know, and now the retreat card is here too. So it's very much about, there's a couple. It's like a couple who are getting married and they're going off on their honeymoon. So but this I feel is more about if you're single or on the cusp of wanting to meet someone. They're just saying it's all in divine timing. There is no right and wrong. Maybe there's somebody you know and you think, I'd never go near her or him. You know, give everyone a chance. It doesn't mean you have to fall madly in love with them. It just means they could have something really important for you, each other, to teach each other. But give thanks for it. An attitude of gratitude. Give thanks for all the love that's soon to come into your heart. Let's just get some more answers on that. Okay, woo, there they are. They're all jumping out. Boundaries, yeah. Ishtar. Boundaries are very important. Like they're saying love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. So if there is somebody currently in your life, this could mean, you know, make sure within every relationship you have time for yourself, and that you have time, you know, to develop and grow and learn. But in relationships are about giving and receiving. And I know I had to learn this myself the hard way. But, you know, over giving and over, you know, that would be something I'd have a challenge with. Or, you know, sort of letting all my boundaries down. So that's something important that, you know, we have to do. And this has come up for those who are maybe searching and seeking for somebody. Have boundaries in relation. It doesn't mean you to accept something that doesn't feel right, but be open to who comes in. Gifts from gods. Archangel Sadalfan. That's a beautiful, I mean, the person that's due to come in or is trying to come in is someone that's really very, very important. and simplify your life. Perfect. So this could mean those who are seeking that you know, the key here is that you've got to in order to bring someone new in, you have to let go of the old so that the new can come in. So it might mean letting go of an ex, or of maybe you had someone who was living with you and their stuff is still all around the place and there's shrines to them. You know, let go, unless you don't feel you want to let go. It could also be a reconciliation with someone from your past. But I feel firstly, in order to do that, you have to let go of what no longer serves. So it's just letting go of people, situations, old ways of doing things. Have boundaries. Boundaries are really important for yourself as an individual and also in relationship. And it is safe for you to love. Now, I just want to have a little look here of cards for those who are currently in relationships. And let's have a look and see what they want you to know. Okay. So we have let your friends help you, healing family issues, which is one of my main parts of my work, keep an open mind, heart-to-heart conversations, and wedding. Woohoo! Okay, I'll always have a hat ready. Okay, so for those who are currently in relationships, this being March 25th, 2019, there could be stuff coming up for you, especially with the Mercury being retrograde. You know, you might have said something to your partner or beloved and it's completely misunderstood, or vice versa, that you say something to them and they think you're being critical. And it's not the case at all, because in this period, whether we believe it or not, it really is a time to really be clear and speak about what you want to say, but do it in a way that you're heard. This is about getting supports. It's very important for you right now. Even though you're in a relationship, you could be married, you could be living with someone, you could be in a committed relationship, that you know, make sure that you have a heart-to-heart conversation if things are bothering you about the other person or about the situation. Probably what may be coming up for some of you out there is about healing family issues. It could be ways that you deal with things. Maybe you react in a certain way when your partner presses all your buttons, or vice versa, they may react. A lot of the time, and I see this with my own work, it's to do with the learned behaviour from our parents, and in fact it goes right back, in my opinion, at least 7 generations. So this would be an important one. So if there's issues coming up right now that are kind of affecting your relationship, it could be to do with healing the family tree. It could be to do with you know, old patterns that one or other of you are running, which are repeating behavior that your parents would have done. And again, a lot of the time we say we'd never do that, but in fact it's part of it's in our DNA. So we have to break those patterns, and that's important. And this being a month energy 6 as well, it's really important about that. Self-love, self-development, self-kindness and self-forgiveness. Let your friends help you. Don't be afraid to be a martyr. And if you're going through a tough time, if you're in a very challenging relationship right now, you know, call it out. Call out to your friends. Ask for help if you need support. Keep an open mind. If you're in a relationship and maybe things are a little bit challenging right now and you're not really sure, keep an open mind, because those who are in our lives for a reason. And like I said earlier, like life is like a journey of a train journey, as a friend of mine said over the last few days. And people come in and out in and off the train, and they disembark at various stations in our lives, and then they embark as well. So, you know, you might be currently in a new relationship with someone who's the complete difference and opposite to what you'd ever imagine, but they're part of your story. So embrace it. Have an open mind. Then, of course, some of you lucky people out there are going to be going through a situation where your relationship is starting to deepen, and maybe there could be a surprise engagement. There could also be plans for marriage and commitment. So that's a lovely card. So well done you. So, but make sure you keep, like, the healing the family issues, that's coming up a lot for people, my clients. So just to be aware of that. So a few cards here for those currently in relationships. Okay, so deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. So again, that could relate to if there's some challenges at the moment in your life in terms of your relationship. Don't hide it. That's the key. Get support. There's no point hiding it. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times you must accept things as they are. There's no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Again, acceptance of yourself, acceptance of others. It doesn't mean you have to accept bad behaviour. I cannot say that enough. It just means that you accept, if you want to have inner peace, embrace the situation. get supports around it. Talk to someone, a professional. You know, get help if things aren't going right. But if things are going great, accept it, because it's all part of a higher story. It's wonderful. Have some fun. You know, playfulness. It's something that's so important in relationships. Laughter, best therapy, and I know all about it. Have some fun time, and remember, love is the greatest healer. And it is. And, you know, it's so important. Playfulness. Oh, my God. In relationships, it can get so staid and boring. And, you know, and the thing is, you know, you get used to somebody and you start taking someone for granted. And it never works, because what happens then is you start getting resentful, and then things start to go down the slippery slope. So that's very important. Okay. So just three more on these ones for those in relationships. Fertility. Oh, there's babies are coming. And love. And there's the twin flame. Oh, how lovely. So for those of you, so fertility, there may be some of you out there, dear friends, who are hoping to get pregnant. It seems it's a really good time for some of you. Again, this is not going to relate to everybody. And this could relate to somebody who hasn't even come into your life yet. So there's definitely a new start, a new beginning. And you've Pan there, who's a mythical god. And, you know, this is about you, again, the law of attraction, putting it out there. What is it you want? What is it you need? And certainly it's the beginning of something new. So I feel in terms of fertility, there's definitely going to be some news of little babies coming in. And what a lovely time of year to you know, have that. And then you have self-employment, you're born entrepreneur. Again, this is a new beginning in terms of relationships. This to me would be, it's like a new way of looking at things. It could also be meeting somebody through your work. And it's also a very abundant time, which I feel when you're in an abundant state, things sort of flow naturally. Okay. And then we have good old Angus. He's an Irish god. And you've got twin flame. So bring it on. So the twin flame, you have the image of the swan. To me, swans are beautiful because they mate for life. And this is about a true soul friend or soulmate / twin flame, because you can be both. So, but the twin flame is really passionate. There's a real sense of remembrance and a real sense of coming together, of divine union. And what a beautiful card. So, folks, I hope you enjoy this. I'll leave some information down below, in messages of how you can contact me for personal readings. And I have a really good special offer coming up in April. Many, many blessings and much love. Thank you for subscribing to me. Just please subscribe and ring that bell.